Morning, guys. How are you? Morning. I'm Allie. For those that don't know me, I'm here to tell my testimony. So let me start with just a little background on myself. I grew up in a broken home, but by the grace of God, around the age of 9, I was adopted into a beautiful family. My parents, Rick and Janet Graham. We grew up in a Catholic church. I knew who God was. I knew He loved me, but I had so much anger. So fast forward to, becoming a mother and just going through life and, everything that in my head that bad could go wrong went wrong. In the amount of 3 years, I lost everybody that mattered to me. Between grandparents, my best friend, my kid's best friend. It was just a really, really, really trying time in my life. And in my head, I always said, where are you, God? Like, why me? Then I got diagnosed with breast cancer, and when I'm at my lowest, and I mean, when I tell you I'm telling God I hate you, which is, now I know, not okay. But, I walked by Epiphany Church one day, and I've lived in town at that point for 7 years. And as I'm walking by Epiphany, all I hear is, come in. Come in. And I'm like, what is that noise? Like, who's saying that? So I left, kept going. I went to the ATM, and I'm coming back on my way back from Epiphany. Back from the ATM. And I hear again, come in. This time I hear the worship team. I hear everything, and I'm like, all right, fine, I'm going to go in. But I'm sitting at the back, and I'm going to know where my doors are, and if I don't like this, I'm getting out of here, So as I walk in, a song's playing that's now one of my favorites that I didn't even know then was "Oh, Come to the Altar." I had no idea what God was doing for me at that point, I thought it was a cruel joke because, I was always felt alone, and I don't know, I just was like, this is not for me. So, "Oh, Come to the Altar" came on, and I felt something I never felt before. I felt sadness that I didn't know who God was before. I felt pain, I felt anger, and I left. I did. I left church after that service. But one thing stuck in my head. I have to pull my phone out because I still have the screenshot of it. It was Pastor Joe who said something. I'm sorry, bear with me for a second. I should have had this up. He said, "We are in an unseen war. The challenge I've got for you isn't for every battle. You won't, but don't join the other side. Don't you ever give up." So when I went home, that's all I kept thinking about was like, don't give up. So I came back, and I kept coming back, and I'm still here. I no longer hate God. I now love Him with all of me, and when something's going on, I now pray to Him instead of saying why. I was delivered from something that I never even knew was a thing. When Michael Miller came, I was delivered from anger, and I was delivered from people that hurt me as a child. And now I can be okay with them if I was to ever see them. I would just say sad. Like, it's sad for you guys that you are just so unloved, So, don't give up.